Hi Capricorn, welcome to your love reading for June 2017. This month I'm working with the Wheel of the Year Tarot, and as always the Crystal Visions. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started and then get you 9 cards. This is the love reading for the sign of Capricorn for June 2017. The first card you have, Capricorn, is the Princess of Pentacles. Love reading for Capricorn, June 2017. You have the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Moon, the Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, and then the final card is the Four of Cups. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the deck is going to represent the main energy around your love life for the month of June, and you have the Nine of Wands. So this can mean that you're a little bit defensive, you're being a little bit protective, you might feel vulnerable in a relationship or in your love life throughout June, and we will see how this ties in with the rest of the reading. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it one card at a time, just making sure that you can see everything here. Okay, so let's start with the Princess of Pentacles. So this is telling me the Princess of Pentacles, this can be about communication. In this deck they call it the Princess, but this is a page. And this can mean that you are communicating with someone. Now, because it's the suit of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles does represent, kind of studying something very carefully. So for some of you, it could be that you're considering some type of communication with someone from the past. This definitely, ties in with the main energy from the Nine of Wands, where you're feeling, really protective. With this energy, you don't want to be hurt. You want to do everything you can to protect yourself from being attacked, from being hurt. So I feel like for some of you, there could be someone from the past where you're considering taking them back. Or maybe you're considering giving a relationship a second chance. Now, you also have the Knight of Cups here. And the Knight of Cups, this represents change in your love life, movement. So if you have been stuck in a rut, this means that there is some type of change, but I see that you're considering, like you don't quite eagerly jump into this relationship or this change. You're kind of like, let me think about it, give me some time. I do feel like it's something that you really want. You have the Nine of Cups, which represents your hopes and wishes. It also represents a lot of happiness. I feel, there is some type of proposal here. You have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups involves some type of proposal where someone's offering you either marriage, a relationship, love, possibly moving in together. I do feel like for some of you, this is really what you want. This is what you've always wanted because of the Nine of Cups. But with the Page of Pentacles, it tells me that you're not quite eager to jump right in. You're a little cautious with the Nine of Wands here. For some reason, this could be because this is an ex. This could be because you're not quite sure, considering how the relationship, has been progressing. You might have concerns, but I feel like there's something that's being offered to you in the month of June that, this is what you have been wanting and dreaming of. But again, you're being very cautious about accepting this. Now you also have the Knight of Pentacles. So this represents, that your love life, it is improving. The Knight of Pentacles, it does mean that you're moving towards your goal, but you may not be moving as quickly as you want it to. Things may be, taking their time to play themselves out. I'm kind of intrigued that in the same row here you have the Moon. This is a major arcana, and this represents some type of a revelation. What was hidden is revealed. I feel like this is somehow significant to perhaps your wishes coming true. Like you didn't know that somebody wanted you back, or you didn't know that there were things about your relationship or your partner that you didn't know. You also have the Eight of Wands here in the middle. And this represents, you know, things finally moving forward in your love life. I feel like it's significant that the Eight of Wands is right next to the Knight of Pentacles, because like I said, this is the energy of things really taking their time. This is very kind of slow movement towards your goal, whatever that goal is, whether it's finding a new partner or getting back together with a, you know, an ex, healing your relationship. This is things taking their time. And then this is, you know, that event, whatever it is, finally happening. The Eight of Wands represents finally, you know, the key word here is finally. It finally happens. Finally, action, movement. It represents a lot of excitement. And again, it represents communication. So for some of you, maybe you've been waiting to communicate with someone, waiting to hear from someone. And it could be that there is some type of confession of, you know, you didn't know this, you know, we may have broken up, or maybe we were going through a bad patch, but you didn't know this. It could be some type of revelation. This could also represent, you know, fears. The moon can sometimes be, you know, very kind of fear-based. So for some of you, you may be concerned, you know, with the main energy being the Nine of Wands, you might be concerned about some type of communication. So that message is here twice. There is communication. I feel like it is what you've been wanting. It's what you've been dreaming of. But for some reason, you're really cautious. Like, I don't know, is this too good to be true? There's a sense of apprehension and fear. Yet something like beautiful is being offered to you. You also have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles, this is a card all about you. And I always feel like when I see it in a love reading that it's a little out of place because it's such a material card. But I do feel like when it pops up, it has a reason. You know, there's a message here for you. And, you know, this is a card of you, of personal growth, personal development, self-confidence, independence. So I feel like if you're taking somebody back from the past, don't lose yourself to this person. Don't give up everything that's important to you. Don't give up on your goals. You can't give them everything. You can't lose you. Now, you also have the Chariot. So the Chariot does represent, you know, this is a victory. This represents a lot of movement. You know, something very significant. It's a major arcana. A giant kind of leap, you know, a big movement in your love life, which can be marriage. It can be that, you know, you're finally meeting somebody. This is, you know, significant movement in your love life. This can even be travel. But, you know, I feel like there's kind of like caution around it here with the Four of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So the Four of Cups, you know, this can represent unhappiness. You know, this is a card of feeling discontent and feeling just kind of blah and bored with the way everything is. And I feel like for some of you, when I said that, I feel like for some of you, like you want this change. I feel like this is especially true for those who are married, where this needs to happen. Because I feel like right now you are here. You have been discontent with the way a relationship has been moving. You know, you do have the Knight of Pentacles saying that things have been happening pretty slow. So I feel like for some of you, you've just been unhappy with the way the relationship has been going. Maybe you've not been getting what you want from your partner, or, you know, from any partner. This is just being, you know, feeling disconnected and kind of empty and feeling like, you know, nothing matters. Everything's just kind of blah. And I feel like there's going to be some type of big change around this. This is, you know, a very positive card of movement and also victory. So let's see what other messages come up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Capricorn for June 2017? The Five of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Ten of Swords. Okay, so this is sounding a lot like the reading for Sagittarius. If you have a moon or rising sign, I would highly recommend that you watch that. So you have the Five of Pentacles. So let me just move the camera for you here. The Five of Pentacles, this does represent that you've been feeling kind of left out of the loop. You've been feeling lonely and isolated. Maybe you feel that somebody has completely shut you out from their life, or closed you off emotionally. They're not kind of sharing, you're not communicating, maybe that spark is not there anymore. You're kind of feeling, you know, down and out. You're feeling like, you know, you're not quite, that spark that was there Wands is no longer there. Now you do have a message here from the High Priestess. This is a major arcana. This is a card of intuition and insights, signs and synchronicities. Now she is here. This is significant because it's a major arcana. She's surrounded by some difficult energy. So I feel like there is some type of guidance around this situation here. The Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. This could represent an ending. So for some of you, it could be that you are, you're moving away from a difficult relationship. Maybe somewhere where you were lied to, you were betrayed. This is something that was very painful that you're having trouble shaking off and you're having trouble moving on. So I feel like there's a lot of guidance where you know what to do. Your intuition is telling you. Maybe for some of you, this may not be for everyone, but it could be that, stop mourning the loss of this person or this relationship because they were not making you happy. You do have the Four of Cups right next to it, which is a very unhappy, discontent energy. That won't apply to everyone, but I feel like it's pretty significant that they're right side by side, and then these two difficult energies come out as well. So I feel like there's a lot of guidance for those who are feeling lonely, who feel like, what in the heck just happened here? Me and my partner, we don't connect anymore. They have completely closed me off, shut off, all emotions. I don't know what's going on with them. And you just kind of feel like you've hit rock bottom in a relationship. There's a lot of guidance as far as, what to do. There can even be, seeing it next to the moon. There could be some type of intuitive moment, intuitive insight as far as, what has been happening in this relationship. So definitely pay attention to that. Okay, so let's see what other messages come up for you from this deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Sagittarius? Sorry, Capricorn. I don't know why I said that. I felt like there was something for you in the video I made for Sagittarius. So again, if you have a moon or rising sign, you may want to watch that. You have the Sun. Love reading for Capricorn, June 2017. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Two of Pentacles. And at the bottom of this deck you have the Three of Cups. So it does represent, happiness, joy, laughter. This can also represent marriage. So, there is, there are a lot of positive messages in this spread. Especially, with the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. I definitely feel like, something's being offered to you where it's, a dream come true. For some of you, the possibility of marriage, of finally, having your relationship back on track. You also have the Sun. Let me just bring it over here. You have the Sun, and this is positive energy. This is a positive outcome. So for some of you where you feel like there can be no positive outcome, there could be no coming back from this, there can definitely be success. The Sun is the most positive card of all the majors. And this represents, happiness, but it also represents optimism and positive energy. So you have to kind of be in that energy. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is telling me, that things are turning around for you. Where you may have been in, a relationship that has been turned upside down is what I'm getting. Where you have been lost. There's been a lot of questions of, are we going to be able to make it? Is this over? This is telling you that that's coming to an end. You've been through a difficult cycle. That's just what's happened. You've been through a difficult cycle, and now it's time for that to turn around. You might be really afraid to trust that. You might be really afraid to trust again, whether it's the same partner or somebody new. Things are turning around for you. Seeing this with the Sun. Now you also have the Two of Pentacles. So this is, for some of you, this is a choice. You have to make some type of choice, and this can be, whether you want to work it out with someone, whether you want to take somebody back. The Two of Pentacles is having to choose. Now, for some of you, this can even be choosing between two people. Especially for those maybe who are single and just kind of dating casually. It could be that there are two people that you're interested in where you finally, you have to choose this month. But this also represents, instability. With the Two of Pentacles, this is a wishy-washy energy. So again, I'm seeing what I see here For some of you, there could have been a relationship where someone comes and goes. It's off and on. You don't really know where you stand. Seeing the Five of Pentacles, you don't know how they feel about you. This wishy-washy energy, you know, is coming to an end with the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun coming out. This is going to have a positive outcome where, you know, if you've had a partner that goes, you know, that comes and goes, instability, that definitely turns around with the Wheel of Fortune. You finally get that commitment that you want. It could be, you know, that's why you have been apprehensive with the Nine of Wands here. Or maybe, you know, they're finally offering you marriage. Or they're finally saying, you know, let's settle down. But you're a little worried about trusting this person. I just feel like, you know, you have kind of felt like the relationship has been going downhill, and now you're a little bit worried about things finally turning around. You're afraid to trust. You may feel like this is way too good to be true, but I definitely feel like something positive is happening for you in June. Okay, Capricorn, this has been your love reading for June 2017. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.